Saying goodbye is never easy, even among those of opposing political persuasions who work for one noble purpose and guided by democracy's most sacred principles. PTV correspondent Pauline Requesto lets us in on the rather sad day of incumbent and re-elected senators bidding farewell to outgoing colleagues by way of eloquent speeches reminiscing their hard work and the good days in this report.
The Senate's session hall was filled with gratitude and laughter as the upper chamber bid farewell and recognized the hard work of its graduating members. On the last session day of the Senate under the 17th Congress, outgoing Senators Gringo Honasan, Bam Aquino, JV Ejercito, Cheese Escudero, and Loren Legarda took turns in delivering their valedictory addresses. Senator Antonio Trillanes IV, who is also a last-termer, however, did not speak during their last session. In her send-off speech, Senator Grace Poe paid tribute to her colleagues ending their terms.
They may not be physically here in the next Congress, but each of them will leave behind a body of work so expansive in scope, so enriching in purpose, and so progressive in nature that their presence will be felt until the time that they will reclaim their place again in this chamber.
Ejercito, meanwhile, could not hide his dismay for failing to secure another term in last May's polls. He also requested his colleagues to oversee the implementation of the universal healthcare law.
It's painful, but it's a hard reality that performance is not an incentive to election. Nais ko na lang siguro ihabilin sa aking mga colleagues na may iwan dito. Just make sure, I hope that every budget hearing, that the UHC will be funded and implemented.
Aquino, on the other hand, was all smiles during his speech. He said he is leaving it up to his colleagues to nurture the programs and reforms he has started.
And I hope with all of my heart, as I move on to my next adventure, that our beloved Senate, our last bastion of democracy in Philippine history, will always make that collective choice for the benefit of our people, especially the last, the least, and the lost.
Legarda and Escudero, meanwhile, cited their accomplishments as lawmakers. Starting June 30, both of them will return to their home provinces, with Legarda as the representative of Antique's Lone District and Escudero as Sorsogon's governor. Honasan also expressed gratitude for having served as a senator for 21 years. He may soon move to the executive branch for a cabinet position. Senate President Vicente Soto III also delivered his valedictory address, highlighting the upper chamber's performance and independence. Soto said that the Senate was able to pass hundreds of bills that were signed into law in the last 3 years. Among the landmark legislations he noted were the Bangsamoro Organic Law, Universal Healthcare Law, and free tuition in state universities and colleges. Soto took pride in the way the Senate maintained its independence and remained steadfast against corruption. He particularly noted the Senate's decision not to allow the arrest of Trillanes within its premises last year and the recent impasse with the House of Representatives over the 2019 national budget.
We have sought to provide the legal framework for an independent and progressive Philippines in the span of 3 years. We wish the coming Senate to carry on the task we are passing on to them.
The Senate ended their last session with a group photo. In a rather symbolic gesture, a scarf was draped around an empty seat for Senator Laila de Lima. The 18th Congress, with its new set of lawmakers, is set to open on July 22. Pauline Requesto for The Nation.